So I wake up in ICU and it's around 2:45 a.m. So my son is about 26 hours old, and in ICU you really have one nurse for two patients.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, the other patient is waiting for a liver donation. A donor
Yeah.
is waiting for a liver donor. So if nothing's happening, I can wheel you over," which was insane. It was amazing. She undid me enough to just, I think I had to still like hold on to my IV and roll it from my wheelchair. She was pushing me. I was holding the IV. We crossed this
But you're a
mezzanine.
bull too. Like once you were up, once you woke up, you were
A
good.
bull.
Yeah, you were a bull.
So
I only want to see my baby.
yeah, and we have pictures of it, obviously, and video.
No,
so
I wasn't there when that happened.
Right.
I finally got to go home and go to sleep because I had been up for like fucking 3 days, dude. 3 fucking nightmare days, dude.
Yes.
3, 4. So it's like, all right, now she's up. Everything's cool.
A real 3 days.
He was in he was under the
Nursery.
tan lamps.
Yes.
For
the red lights.
jaundice. For jaundice. So like he was good. You know, I was able to go home and fucking rest. And you know, he had peed on all the nurses.
Yeah, that was cute.
But
so I like I said,
yeah, so I could go home.
She's pushing me in a wheelchair. I'm holding on to my IV bag, and we're rolling across a mezzanine, across from the Beverly Center, over to from the ICU is a different building, up the elevator to the maternity floor. Now we go into the nursery, and they're like, "We can let him out for 1 second so that you can hold him, okay?" And so they take him out. They let me hold him. I got my picture. I got my video. And then she was like, "I think the liver is coming," literally flying in, and it's time. We got to go. And I was like, okay, this is so weird. I'm like leaving my baby. It's like right in the middle of the night.
That'd be weird, man.
It was so weird.
Especially I know how you are. You don't like being told no.
You got to go put him back
what?
now.
No, what?
And I was like, I got to put my child back, my baby newborn, and go put him back in this little, that little glass bulb thing. And
who are you?
You gotta go back. Yeah. And then shout out to Dave Kaplan and Jen Geyser. They FaceTimed with me and we had like a crazy conversation. I'm like, yeah, I'm in ICU. I'm at Cedars. I just had a baby. They were like, what the fuck? They were like saying, let's go get a drink. And I was like, I can't right now. So it was like very, very weird when you're functioning after such a crazy literally out of body, in body, everything.
Listen, it was all real crazy.
I had about 12 blood transfusions and 7
No, it was
products.
like 18
19 altogether, but it was like that, 12 transfusions
it's crazy.
And like platelets.
It's crazy. They gave me the readout. I'm like, it's crazy.
So in the subsequent
mutant. I knew your feet were always mutant like, but I didn't realize the rest of you was mutant too.
Bump. So in the subsequent days that I'm at Cedars, little by little, the entire staff files in to see me in recovery.
This is her. This is her. Like people, you know what I mean? It's one thing, and like she's on the show. Obviously, there's people there that know her, and that I'm talking. There are people that are just straight up nerd doctors. That's all they care about is medicine. Well, like, yo, is this her? Is this the one that got all the? You know what I mean? Everybody was coming to check on her because it was what she had gone through, and then again, she was fine. Like, you know, from the moment she woke up, crazy.
Just would file in throughout the day and look at me and just be like, wow, we're really a little shocked, very happy that you're here with us. And the gravity of what happened became more and more apparent because of all the number of people that were coming in to say like,
really shocked you're here, man.
We're really glad you're okay.
You made it.
We're really...
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man.
That people that came in to say, we're really glad that you're okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And that made me feel like,
because
you guys,
once they knocked you out, you were out.
It made me feel like, okay, maybe you guys are the medical professionals that see this every day. You guys are coming in to check on me. Maybe what happened wasn't that common after all.
For sure.
Maybe it was kind of serious.
For sure.
And the doctor who I'll never forget, who gave me the anesthesia, we felt indebted to.
Yeah.
The doctor that gave me the
Because I never
epidural,
met that dude. You know what I mean?
we
I
felt-
never dealt with them. You know, I dealt with Dr. Goldberg. I dealt with Dr. Rad. I dealt with Dr. Gadir. I never dealt with these other people, and they were instrumental. And so,
Yes.
yeah, like literally, I was looking to put their kids through college, like for the next, you know, was sending them fucking, you know, breakfast, lunch. It was, yeah.
So all these doctors that came around and nurses and checked in, and it just made me feel like, okay,
They all brought their A game.
I've been through something, and I appreciate this because my husband has experienced this huge thing, and here I was under and completely unaware, completely oblivious. To this day, I'm hearing something that happened to us secondhand, you know, through your emotion, and yet not experiencing it for myself at all whatsoever. So, you know, the little baby comes out of the red lamps. He only needed them for a day or two.
Yeah.
And the nurses are like, okay, mom, you know, you can bring him into your room now. You're going to spend a day or two.
No. You're forgetting.
What?
When Darth Vida came to the hospital
Okay.
to visit for the first time, when he was still in the nursery,
Okay.
and she wasn't allowed in the nursery, and she basically tried to break into the nursery.
Okay.
You know, through the back door.
Okay.
What? No, I'm not allowed.
Really?
Yeah, that was great.
Did she want to have her terms of endearment moment? Give my daughter the medication.
Well, no, she came with me. That's
Oh.
right. You weren't there. She came with me to the nursery, and it was just me and her. But there was one person allowed at a time. So, like, I could go in with and it had to be a parent. So she could come with me, and she had to, like, wait. You know what I mean? And she wasn't looking to wait.
Right.
So she tried to, like, sneak in the back. It's okay. You know what I mean?
There's no back.
No, there was two doors.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, there's two doors. It's okay. I'm grandmother. Like, what?
Oh boy.
Then you got moved to
now we're in recovery. Now I'm the regular maternity ward.
Yeah.
Where moms get to be with their babies.
And my buddy Johnny showed up.
Yes,
Like
he surprised you.
Yes, surprised me. So
And
like now, I mean, I've been through it already, but it was still great to have someone like, oh, all right.
Incredible.
Especially Justin wasn't, you know, that Vida, because Vida in that situation was very tense. She was a wigwam and a teepee, as I like to say.
She was a wreck.
Yes.
She was shell shocked and scared.
Yes.
But at this point, we're, you know, I'm a mom. We're in the maternity ward. I can hold the baby. I'm learning how to feed her, learning how to feed him, burp him.
And again, shout out to Layla Garage, man. I don't know how she did it, but she got through like the security. She got through like was told like you have to wait, and didn't take that for an answer. She got up to the room.
She's very convincing.
With the bottle of champagne.
Oh yeah.
You know,
well, you're
she was
allowed.
the first one there.
Johnny.
No, it wasn't that. There was no one to let her in. It wasn't that you're not allowed. I'm saying there was no one there for her, like to let her in. She didn't accept that. You know, she just came upstairs. She didn't know what room we were in.
Oh,
She just found us.
People did show up without getting information.
Yes.
So then Johnny and I are communicating now, and he's like, okay, where do I go? And I was like, okay, come into the room and just slip in and just sit. And he just came and he sat in a chair right behind the door. And then Tommy's just walking in and saying hi to me, and I'm waiting for him to find that Johnny's right here.
Yeah, I didn't.
And it was just such a fun surprise.
Yeah, it was a great surprise. It was good times.
Yeah, we have a habit of like anytime Johnny comes, I'm like, it has to be a surprise. And there was the one time that he came, and he just came in from the backyard.
Yeah.
And he was wearing a hoodie still.
That's right. I thought he was like gonna rob the place
and kill us.
Yeah, it's like, who the fuck is this guy? That's funny.
So, you guys, being a mom is by far the most incredible calling that I could ever have.
Yeah, like I tell people, that was literally the worst experience of my life. But if it brought me if it took that to give me my son, I'd do it again tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. It was, you know, I love that kid more than anything. And my wife's a bull. You know, she's the strongest person I know. And I kind of knew that already. But now I know that for certain.
Well, guys, listen, we had to tell this story. It was super intense. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. And now that
we kept that a little light, though. You know what I mean? And again, we've been telling our story for over a year. I think to get to this part and not talk about it and not be real would be...
and do it justice
it would be a disservice.
that it deserves.
Absolutely.
Listen, I mean, it happened. Now I just thank God and pray every day to God just to be able to be a mom. And he's the best little kiddo in the world. And you know what? We have to go through things.
It's funny you say that, because when in that moment where I didn't know, or those minutes, I made promises to the universe to do better, be better. And that's where, Fight Club came from. Fight Club came from me trying to answer that promise. You know what I mean? So shout out to Lupine Hills Elementary School and Miss Jimenez's class. They were nominated for books, and because of you guys' donation, I was able to provide books for that class, which is awesome. So, on top of my kid, we've also now given out books to, a lot of other kids. So some good came from it.
Amazing. Lupine Elementary School. That's awesome, dude.